Today, we're talking about anger and maybe things that piss you off, make you angry. I'm going to open the lines and let's see who'd like to call in. I'd love to talk to anybody who'd be interested in calling in and maybe letting off some steam or just wanted to bring to light what's pissing them off today. Did you burn your toast? We're about to find out. Hello.
I'm not here to talk to you. I'm here to do a door giveaway and whatever you want me to give.
You are here to talk to me, you son of a bitch. Don't you start with this door giveaway bullshit. Hang up the fucking phone like the coward you are. I don't want to hear that shit. The lines are open. Door giveaway. Don't fucking let Twitch bleed in here. This is a good new platform for live streaming. This isn't some fucking troll bullshit. This is this asshole again. What do you want?
I'm not here to talk to you.
Yes, you are.
I'm here to do a door
Yes, you
giveaway.
are.
Whatever you want me to give, I'll give to you. I'm
What do
gay.
you-
I'm not here to
Fuck
talk
you.
to you.
Fuck
I'm here
you,
to do
you
a
piece
door
of shit.
giveaway, and whatever you want me to
Fucking
give, I'll give to
soundboard.
you.
Ah, man. This is what this episode is going to be, huh? You guys don't want to step up to the plate? I'm not going to answer that. Why would I answer that? It's the same fucking guy. Hello?
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. I have a little issue that I think could use some steam blowing.
Oh, man, let's blow some steam. What's going on with you, man?
All right, man. Well, seeing as your stream is on the internet and all, do you ever have the issue of these people hiding behind this veil of anonymity and kind of using it to their advantage to kind of like talk shit or whatever they want without any consequences?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you just saw, too. I don't know if you just saw, but this fucking idiot just called in with his door giveaway bullshit. It's something that I wonder if, if that guy, whoever's running that soundboard, it would pull shit like that in real life.
Yeah, exactly, because I feel like because of that anonymity, they feel it's somehow justified, right? Maybe it's a lack of empathy or something, but I guess for me, that's the part that like pisses me off. Like, I don't understand how someone can go to such reaches, because if you look at like the YouTube comments, even people really don't give a fuck about that stuff, you know?
Yeah, they don't. And I think what it does is it sort of distances you from the thing that you're doing, but you also feel like you're really doing it. So like you said, it gives you, I don't know, it gives you a sense of power, but then you also feel safe
definitely.
because you don't actually have to own up to it.
Yeah, man. I feel like there's some sort of projection possibly involved, but at the same time, that could be myself rationalizing it to make myself feel better. So I don't really know. I don't really know what the forces at play are.
That's
but,
interesting.
Yeah, man, that's what's pissing me off.
Well, I don't blame you, dude. That is something that can be a little frustrating. It's interesting because my last episode, I had 2 callers, in fact, that were intending on calling the number to prank me, to do whatever stupid shit, but they ended up just having a conversation with me, and it was really nice.
I dig that.
Yeah, instead of just getting your 5 seconds of airtime and saying, some racial slur or harassing me, you get to actually talk about things like human beings together. That's what we should be doing, right?
Yeah, and I feel like the reward and merit from doing that, it's so much worth it than like that 5-second rush you can get, from something like so vile and so cheap.
Yeah.
Something like not real.
I agree. Man, I'm with you, brother. That pisses me off.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like the only thing that keeps me sane, something my grandfather used to say: if you got a wet chicken running around, throw a blanket on it.
Throw a blanket on and it'll just run around under that blanket. Or I guess it'll stop, right? I don't know.
I don't really know what it means, but it was just like, okay, cool, I dig it.
I think what it means is if anyone is bothering you, suffocate them.
Yes.
I think that's what the lesson is there.
I think I know what needs to be done right now. Thank you.
Hey, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you calling in and telling me what pisses you off, dude. That's what this episode is all about.
Hey, of course. Thank you for the opportunity and the platform. Keep doing your thing, brother.
Absolutely, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace, man.
All right, peace. That's a nice guy, and he's pissed off. And I want all of you to be pissed off with me because we're going to talk this shit through. All right. Lines open. Always a pleasure to talk to anyone who wants to talk. Doesn't even... All right. I'm going to take a chance. Hello?
Fuck you, Texas, and fuck you, Lone Star Beer. Fuck that fucking Alamo and fucking Longhorn Steer. Fuck every Dallas cowboy that ever drawn a breath. Fuck you, Texas, and fuck you, Plumhead. I worked my fingers to the bone, and I know I wrote some pretty good songs till I drew the wrath of the Texas LCB.
What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? You set up your, what did you do? You set up your speaker right next to your microphone. You queued up a little song about Texas. You go, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna call in and play some fuck Texas song. And then we're all gonna laugh. It's gonna be hilarious. I got a news flash for you, you fucking piece of shit. It's not funny! It's not fucking funny! And I don't need you calling in! Calling in here and doing your fucking charades. Oh, music. Woo! This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to fucking troll Marc's show. Let's go up here and call the number and troll Marc's fucking show! No! Hello. Someone please round up these fucking 10-year-olds and put them in daycare. How did 4chan bleed into this shit? Jesus Christ. Well, this is pretty appropriate for an episode about anger, isn't it? Is this a real person? Is it not? It's the same unknown number, so let's find out. Hello?
Am I on?
You're on.
Oh, finally. Oh, so you want to talk about anger? I had a little fun thing happen to me yesterday morning. So,
I do want to talk about anger. Lay it on me, man.
So about 20 days ago, someone texted me and asked me, "Hey, do you want to fill in for my shift at work?" Wait. Did I let my fridge open? Yo, can you give me 1 minute, please? I'll be right back. Okay, never mind, we're good. Okay, we're good.
You good?
You still there?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm here,
I'm
man.
good, I'm good.
So someone asked you if you wanted to cover their shift at work.
All right, yeah. So they texted me, asked me, because I owed them, because I went to Arizona for a week, and they covered my shifts. So I owed them, and I told them I owed them. So they asked me 20 days ago, "Hey, do you want to fill in for my shift on this day, the 31st?" I'm like, You know what? Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Yeah.
And so usually my parents drive me to work. This place is like 5 minutes away. It's like a town over, but it's pretty close. 5 minutes away, like a 30-minute walk, like a 15, 20-minute bike ride.
Okay.
And I had a bike. I had a very good bike that I loved to ride. It was a perfectly fine bike, no issues at all with it. And my brother took that away because he came home with a U-Haul and took all his stuff because we're moving soon, and they live in a different place. So he's grabbing all his stuff from his room, and he took the bike.
He took your bike?
Yeah, he took the bike I was using. I had a bike, but my second brother, not the brother who was moving, my second brother, broke it.
Oh,
so yeah, I was
shit.
using the first brother's bike. And so he took that. So I didn't really have a bike. There's like 4 bikes down there, but either they have weird handles and I just can't use them, or they have like those strapping things on the pedals. And see, I'm a pretty big person, right? I'm kind of fat, so it's kind of hard for me to stick my huge legs or stick my huge feet, excuse me, into those little tiny pedals, or else I'm gonna tip over.
But this bike was perfect for you?
Yeah, but that's just a little.
Oh, we're losing you. You there? Uh-oh. I think we may have lost this caller. You there? All right, well.
Sad story. Basically,
Wait a second. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, we lost you. Yeah, we lost you for like 10 seconds. Hey, yo, let me ask you something. Have you confronted your brother about this?
It's not something that I'm gonna get back. It was just something that was like kind of useful for me. I don't.
But
really
did you at
feel any
least say?
confront-
Did you at least vent a little bit and say, "What the fuck? Why'd you do that?"
Well, I mean, technically it's his bike, right?
Oh, I see.
So yeah, I was just using it. So it's like it's not. I can just walk there to work. So yesterday was a pretty freaking hot day, unlike most days up here in New York. So yeah, I had to walk 30 minutes to work. By the time I got there, I don't think I was sweating that much because I didn't have like any type of water in my system.
Yeah.
I was completely like dead, and I would have to work 4 hours. I walk in, turns out the guy who asked me to cover his shift, we saw each other Saturday. He didn't tell me or update me that someone else had the shift filled. So I just walked 30 minutes. I was speed walking too. I was late. I was late by 10 minutes for that shift too, right? Because I left a little bit later because I thought the bike would work out, but the bike did not work out. So I had to walk.
Yeah.
And pretty much I walked really fast in really hot weather, but I'm not used to it at all. For 30 minutes, I get there and yeah, he didn't tell me. So yeah, that kind of started my day off.
So you walked there for nothing?
Yeah, I walked there for nothing. I mean, luckily one of the people there gave me a ride home.
Oh, that's nice. Man, fuck that though. Yeah, I've been in that exact situation before. I've had several serving jobs, and I've had several situations where I thought I was supposed to be there, planned my entire day around being there, and once I get there, it's like, no, you don't. What are you doing here?
Tell me about it. Tell me about my entire morning. I woke up at a certain time, and I spent like an hour getting ready.
When did this happen?
The entire day for me. Yesterday morning.
Oh, man.
About noon.
Well, do you have the day off today?
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, you make up for that lost time yesterday. Just have a lovely little day. Do whatever the fuck you want to do and enjoy.
All right.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you calling in. I'm glad you could vent a little bit.
Yeah, I just had a horrible day yesterday, and after that, I kind of just let on from there. Just, once something like that happens, it's just the small stuff, whether you stub your toe or something, you accidentally drop something, it just pisses you off.
Yeah.
Just so much you want to hit something. And I don't know if it's more me, and this happens more like to me than any other person, but just that small stuff just really gets on your nerves if it keeps building up.
Yeah, and once you have a bad thing happen, it seems like there's always like just these little shitty things that keep happening. It's like a domino effect. I had a day like that fairly recently where I had to go and do something I really didn't want to do. And I came home and I don't know, I parked wrong or some shit. I don't know. Something happened that pissed me off. And I came upstairs and just like, I fucking slammed my keys down on my little, I have like a plate that I keep my keys and stuff on. Slam my keys down on it. The glass plate shatters. There's fucking shards of glass all over the floor. And I'm just like, God damn it! Just pissed off. But that, after a while, after so many shitty things happen, it's like, it almost becomes comical to me. I just start laughing because it's so ridiculous. It's like a bad comedy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm the kind of I just try to see the good in it and realize that whatever, it's a shitty day, but it's not as shitty as someone starving and dying and fucking, you know. We have it okay.
Yep.
You'll work another shift.
All right.
You'll be all right, man.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you get to another caller. Hopefully
right,
it's not the door giveaway stuff.
Yeah, hope not, but you know, what can you do? You gotta fucking keep trucking through.
All right, have a nice day.
Thanks for calling. Call back soon.
Yeah, I will.
See ya. Bad days and good days. They all exist. The line's open.
And good days. They all exist.
Hello?
The line's hello.
Yes. Go ahead. What? Go
Can
ahead.
I get a Kappa spam in chat?
What's that?
Are you doing 9/11? You did 9/11. Can I get a Kappa spam in chat?
Just these fucking prepubescent trolls. I hope there's some real people who want to talk. If you are one of these trolls, just fucking talk to me, man. What?
2-inch penis.
Talk to me. Just talk to me, dude.
2-inch penis.
Put the speaker away. Let's have a conversation.
2-inch penis.
Just turn the speaker off, dude. Let's have a little conversation.
Hey, guess what? Bush did 9/11 and so did you. 2-inch penis. 2-inch penis.
You're entertaining all your friends right now. Everyone's super happy.
2-inch penis.
Ba 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 la da penis cha 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 ra da dee dee ra ba 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 ba. Talk to me, you piece of shit. Talk to me.
Man,
What
you
up?
have a 2-inch penis.
I have a 1-inch penis, you piece of shit. Get it right.
Man, dude, you are so full of shit, man. You have a 2-inch penis.
I'm not the one with the
And
fucking
even your
voice
girlfriend-
modulator like you're on some crime show, you idiot. Take off the voice modulator and talk to me, you fucking stupid child. All right. Does anyone want to talk? I'm down for a dialogue. A dialogue. That's something where you say a word, I say a word. Well, that would be kind of weird. You say a sentence, I say a sentence. Let's see who this is. Do you want to say something real?
Yeah, Mark. What's up, man? It's Matt from the UK.
Hey, Matt, how are you, dude?
Hey.
I'm sorry,
I'm all
man.
good, man.
I've been getting a flood of calls from these fucking Twitch 4chan trolls. Here. I don't know who to trust.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. No, it's all good. I've literally, I didn't realise that on Google Hangouts you had to pay for the UK, so I just put a little £10.
Oh,
on there.
right.
Kind of a little chat with you.
So, but you're
Have a little, you know-
using Hangouts and it's working okay?
Yeah, it's working fine. I can hear you fine, and yeah, I might as well work. So it's all good.
And you don't have to
Yeah,
pay
it's all
for
good.
it.
No, I've got to pay for it. I've got to pay for it. It's a penny. It's a penny a minute, so it's not really that much. So yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
not too bad.
Not an issue, man. Yeah, it's not an issue. I thought I'll give you a call and say how you doing, man.
Yeah, man,
see if
I'm
you're-
doing good. I'm doing well. Listen, since you're paying for the call, why don't we get right to it? You have anything that makes you angry? Anything that's pissing you off recently?
Nothing really makes me like angry. I mean, I just want to talk about the actual like anger subject itself. Like, you know, from when you said about how them little things that start sort of pissing you off. Like
Yeah.
the way in which I see anger is that majority of the time anger is almost like I don't know, it's almost like a parasite. It's sort of like manifesting in terms of yourself, and it comes out in different ways, but you never really know that it's like the root of the actual anger problem, if you know what I mean. So it's like, let's say for instance, like, I don't know, I can be quite an angry person sometimes. That's just because, you know, I'm going through that phase where I'm not too sure what I want to do with myself, and I'm not, you know, I'm not sure if the work and what I'm doing is the right thing for me, but I get angry about that. But then, let's say if my girlfriend comes over and she does something that annoys me, but it's not something, that it normally would piss me off, but because, she's done it and I've been pissed off at myself because I'm angry with what I'm doing, then it really comes up really badly, if you know what I mean. So it's like, the way in which I see anger is that it can really come out in vicious ways in which you don't realize why or the root of cause of what it is,
That's very true. Yeah, that's a really good point. It's like I was talking about this with the last actual caller that was we're talking about how it's kind of like a snowball effect, and then just like you're saying, like by the end of the whole process, it's like the anger that you're feeling almost really has nothing to do with what you were originally angry about. It's just it's become compounded by whatever else you can find to tick you off a little bit, and then by the end of it, it's like you're just pissed because you're pissed. And it's this bubble of emotion that's taken over your mood and your perspective and everything and your attitude. And it is kind of like a little parasite, isn't it? It's a bit parasitic.
It is. Yeah, you're exactly right. And you know how, like I was saying, how it sort of creates a new form, and you can never really isolate it until after the day, and you self-evaluate yourself, which not a lot of people do. And especially if you're an angry person, I don't think you like to sort of self-evaluate yourself and sort of say that, you're an angry person. I don't think anyone would like to say that, they are an angry person.
Right.
I think that takes a lot of courage to come out and say that, and sort of acknowledge that, if you know what I mean, as such. And then I think only after then, you can then look back and then, you can try and shift through all the shit and then, find out what the root problem is and then go from there. I think, but then also I think anger is quite a good thing as well, in terms of like, sometimes it can motivate you, so you can get angry, and then once you realize why you're angry, you can solve the problem as such. So I think anger is a healthy thing sometimes. I think it's okay to be angry sometimes, because you've got to vent somehow. If you're that annoyed, you've got to vent somehow, and we're not all peaches and cream, in which how you can just sort of sit there and go, oh, this is why. I think sometimes you need that out. How can I say it? Like a vent.
Yeah, like an outlet.
Yeah. If that's, you slamming your keys on the sort of glass or whatever, or, whatever it is, it's some sort of vent outing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's a good point, because like it's not good to be angry a lot and angry when you shouldn't be, but anger as an emotion isolated is very much a part of the human experience. And I think you're absolutely right. We should be angry sometimes. I don't think it's good never to be angry, because then you're denying yourself a certain range of the human emotion. And like that's part of it. Getting worked up, getting the stress nodule in the brain, get that going a little bit. You get some shit out. But it's important to realize, like you said, the reason why you're angry, being able to evaluate that, and then also trying to prepare maybe yourself for the future. If you do tend to get angry often, how do you prevent that from happening as often as it might,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. I think self-evaluation is such an important thing, and I don't think that people realize it until it's too late, until, certain situations happen to them, or, they've lost friends, or, lost, sort of like family or whatever, I think self-evaluating yourself is so important, man. And I can't stress that enough, but also not do it in a way in which is not productive, if you know what I mean. We can all self-evaluate and sort of be pitying ourselves, you know what I mean, but it's just got to be done in a productive manner. I think I like to sort of, return this back to sort of when you had that stream about success. When you were chatting to Trevor, when he was, I think if you remember him, he's the guy who was on the highway, who was complaining about the work not being done, and he's the guy who like dropped some truth bombs at the very end.
He was great.
Like, yeah, he was great. Yeah, exactly. He's like, yeah, and like you said, you know, like you've really got to be willing to change, and I think that's the same with anger. You know, you've got to willing to be accept. You know, that I can be. You know, if you are a very angry person, you've got to accept that you're angry, and that's okay. That's fine. You know, it's absolutely fine. Like you said, it's a natural human, you know, emotion to be angry, and yeah, and I think that is perfectly acceptable, and if you move up from there, that's completely fine. So yeah, man. You know,
a little bit of anger is okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
all right.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, it's 20 past 6. So I need to check on my dinner. But yeah, man, I just thought I'd give you a call and have a little chat, shoot some shit. You know how it is.
I'm glad you did, man. It was really good to talk to you.
Yeah, you too, man. All right. Much love from the UK. All right.
Have a great dinner. I'll talk to you. Call in anytime, man. You're always welcome.
Nice, top man. All right. Cheers, man. In a bit.
All right. Bye. Yeah. Self-evaluation. It's not an easy thing to do for anybody, I think, to like look at yourself and say, what is wrong with me? We don't want to think that there are things wrong with us. But of course there are. We're flawed, imperfect people. We need to recognize that. The line is open. And I'm taking callers. Callers, trollers, twitchers, channers, children, adults. Let's find out who it is, guys. You're on the air.
Hey, Marc, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Coming at you from Canada.
Hey, Canada. Who am I speaking with?
It's JV from the live chat.
JV, how you doing, brother?
Doing okay.
You got anything you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, well, listen, like, I don't really have a lot of anger in my life, but I missed the last stream, and I have something that's appropriate for secrets.
Oh,
okay. Is that cool? Can we still talk about that? Or?
Absolutely. You know, that's something that I'm always open to hearing about. And yeah, it's an open platform. The anger is, you know, it's a guide, but we can talk about anything.
Sure. I mean, I do agree about this secret, but it's not the primary driving force.
Let me hear it, man. I'd love to hear you talk about it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to come clean to you. I am a heroin addict.
Really?
I am, yep. It's true.
Wow.
Been battling addiction for 3 years.
3 years. Have you ever been in recovery?
Yeah, I have. It's been on and off. I'll get clean for a bit, and then so they manage addiction with different medications, as I'm sure people are aware.
Yeah.
And so it'll take care of your withdrawal symptoms.
So, is that like methadone?
I'm prescribed Suboxone.
I see.
Which is similar but different.
Now, what is it achieves a similar effect essentially?
Well, so I'm sure everyone's heard of, you know, the notion of drug withdrawal.
Yeah.
But may not understand that it's truly incapacitating.
Oh.
Like we're talking physical and mental symptoms like anxiety out gas. You feel completely sweaty, cold, hot flashes. You basically can't do anything. Like you can't even lie in bed all day. Even that is like horrible torture. It's brutal.
Jesus.
So when you're medicated, it takes care of the withdrawal symptoms, and it, you know, leaves you able to live a normal and productive life. But it does not take care of cravings at all.
Does nothing for that.
And I'm a very weak person. I'm a very weak person. So even though, you know, if I just be a good boy and take my pill every day, then I can go to work and be a normal, productive human.
Yeah.
But, you know, that hook is still there in my brain.
Let me ask you, are you currently using? Like, are you still using? Even
Well,
even with the
I'm right now.
medication?
Yes, yes. I take medication, and maybe I'll use for a day, and then I'll not use for a few days, and then I'll use again, and obviously it's very difficult.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
But for the most part,
No, go
Sorry,
ahead.
go on.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, for the most part, this moment, I have got my shit like relatively under control.
You've got it under control enough to give me a call.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I have not used today
that's
or
great.
yesterday, but I'm still very much an addict. I don't know if I'll ever not be an addict.
Boy, that's rough, dude. I wonder. So, do you get prescribed this medication under the? I mean, is it under the assumption by whoever's prescribing it to you that you are not using?
I have to go and do a weekly test, urine test.
And so, do you time the days that you use in order to get it out of your system by the time you test?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's detectable 2 to 3 days after. Like by 4 days, you're clean. 3 days if you're unlucky, and 2 days is normal.
I see.
So, for instance, if I go to the doctor every Wednesday, I can the last time I can use can be on Sunday. But it's so stupid because, and obviously, like I understand this. Like, I'm only lying to myself. you know. I go to see a doctor, pass a test, like, oh yeah, everything's good, I'm good. I go to the pharmacy every day, but really, like, I'm sabotaging my own recovery,
Man,
which is pretty sad if you think about it.
I'm sorry about that, dude. Is there anything in your life that you can think of that makes stopping this shit really worth it?
Oh, I certainly want to stop it. Absolutely.
But I mean, anything other than your own will, anything other than yourself, if someone around you, someone you love, some like a job or something that. Let me ask you this: if you've ever been on this sort of detox regimen where they're prescribing you this stuff, have you found yourself? Because the way I think about it is that, the way an addict works, and I've certainly been addicted to shit before, nothing like heroin, obviously, but addiction is serious. I was a smoker for 10 years, and I did coke for a while, and it was not good. But like, my question is, don't you see yourself, or have you in the past, falling back into a pattern where instead of you balancing out the medication and just using a little bit, don't you see the scales tipping maybe, and you starting to use more than you do the medication, and then taking over again?
Sorry, I didn't quite understand what you mean by that.
Oh,
I thought you were going somewhere else, and then I didn't know you were going at the end.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no, I'm saying like, because right now you have a regimen where you're taking the pill and then using minimally, right? I mean, using so that you can continue sort of, I guess, being under the disguise of recovery by taking this medication, right?
I guess, yeah. It's the silliest part about it is that the medication, like, severely hampers your ability to even get high.
Oh, really?
So it's literally just like burning money, but I am so compelled to do it.
That you just have to use. It doesn't really even matter if the high is that great.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Shit, man. Wait, are you there? I think I lost you. Oh,
Yeah,
you're there.
I'm here.
So are we? The question I was asking that I maybe said in a kind of convoluted way, but do you see the using taking over again? I mean, like that is, you certainly recognize that is a possibility, right? That you could lose your shit being together at the drop of a hat. If things, I don't know what, you have a shitty day or you miss an appointment, or that's always a
Sure.
possibility, right?
Sure, yeah. The worst part, I'm very highly aware of how terrible it is, and, what it's doing to me, and not just me, but the people around me. Not that the people around me necessarily know that I'm in active addiction, but, like last year I got clean for 6 months, and I had, like, my mom was behind me, and I told a couple close friends, and they're behind me, and they still think I'm clean. So
really?
that, like, weighs heavily on my soul for sure. Because it was so hard to even tell my mom in the first place that, hey, look, I have this extremely serious problem that you don't understand at all. Because my mom is, like, just an angel on the earth,
Yeah. Well, is this period, is this the first time you've relapsed?
So I got clean for 6 months. That was, like, last July through December.
Okay.
And then, so I work as a chef at a very extremely busy restaurant I'm in Toronto. I'm maybe giving out too much information because I can get doxxed now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but so in the winter, there's like this Christmas kind of month-long celebration that my restaurant's a part of, and it's easily like the most stressful month of my life. Like, it's my 4th year doing it, and it's just brutal every time. I don't even know why I put myself through it. So when that rolled around last year, that's when I relapsed.
Oh, really? It was just too
Kinda
stressful.
off and on
Just
since
you
then.
just needed a fix.
I guess so, yeah.
Man, let me ask you, what do you think that? What do you think your friends would? I mean, what do you think their reaction would be if you told them, "Hey, I'm fucking using again"? I'm like, what if you got this off your chest to them? What do you think they would say?
Well, a lot of people don't like addiction is horribly misunderstood. And let me be the first to say that I accept full responsibility that I put myself in this situation. I don't blame any other people. I don't blame society. I don't blame the dealer. I know it's my fault. I went looking for it. I knew the risks, got started, kept going, kept digging, my own grave, maybe. So when you tell someone that you're an addict, first you get revulsion first because, even when I'm in active using and not on medication, it's impossible to tell that, oh my God, like this guy's doing heroin every day.
Really?
It's totally normal. I work, like I said, it's a busy, productive job.
Yeah.
It's stressful. I work long hours. I'm on my feet all day. I'm not like the cartoon of the emaciated guy passed out in the alley or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm sure you see dozens of people like every week on the street that are dealing with same or a similar issue, and you have no idea.
Yeah.
So people are surprised, and then they're disgusted, and then you get pity. Because like, oh, poor you, blah, 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 which is entirely the wrong reaction because, it's not a pity thing. Like I said, I did and continue to do this myself.
Right, right. Yeah, I guess that's true. Pity is not really the right reaction to that. Yeah.
Not at all. But then on the flip side, if you go like full tough love, like that's not really helpful either.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you doing? You got to stop this shit.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Like, I know I'm a piece of shit. I tell myself that in the mirror every time I use in the public washroom.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry for the situation. It's not really a pity thing. I'm just sorry that it's happening. It just sucks. That's a shitty cycle to be stuck in, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even necessarily mean or need to accomplish anything with this call. I just kind of wanted to get it out there,
Yeah. Well,
you're a really inspiring human to me. Like, just the basis of that you seem to always be doing, what turns you on, what makes you happy, regardless of if it's, trying to fit in a certain box or what people are saying about it. And I've been watching your content for the last year, and I really look up to you. I think it's awesome what you're doing, whether it's this or the ideologues or whatever.
That's very sweet of you to say, man. I really appreciate that. I wrestle a lot with doing what I want to do, and I'm glad to hear that at least I'm accomplishing that sometimes. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm not a fucking, I'm not the oracle, and I won't even begin to pretend like I can do anything to help with your situation. But the very least I can do is at least just talk it out with you. And
For sure.
I'm really glad you decided to call and, let it out, man. That's something.
It is. And I mean, yeah, I am going to the doctor. I just need to kick that urge. It was the stupidest part, because it literally gives me nothing. It doesn't even give me relaxation. It's like full placebo.
Yeah, so then is it about just like the act of doing it? It's about the act of going and getting it and bringing it home and bup.
Yeah, probably. Maybe I should just try like snorting something that'll hurt my nose.
Yeah, maybe snort some. Well, Adderall's not going to really give you the same effect.
No, that's about the opposite.
Yeah. So
I'm not into stimulants at all.
Do you shoot? Is that how you ingest it?
No, I've never used a needle.
Oh,
in
really?
3 years of using, which is pretty. I mean, I don't want to toot my own stupid addict horn, but as far as these things go, it's
as
something.
far as
it's like
being
one
addicted to
tiny
heroin
victory,
goes, yeah, that's.
At least I have that tiny amount of self-respect left.
So what? So you snort?
Yeah, exactly. I've only ever snorted it.
Okay, I see.
So your tolerance builds up rapidly, and usually people are like, I'm not getting the bang for my buck anymore. Even though I said I wouldn't do it, I guess I'm going to start using a needle.
Right.
But
because it's the only way to get that effect back.
I guess so.
Well,
I just know
dude,
that,
No, yeah, I was just going to say, cheers that, that you're not shooting. That's a step in the wrong direction, obviously. And I just really hope that you can, maybe try and funnel this urge, try and fucking just give it a little twist. Like you said, snort something else, or oh man, it's just a shitty thing to be doing,
Yeah, I know.
No, I know you know. Yeah, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. That's for sure.
I don't want to hold up the phone too much longer, but
All right,
I'll just say, like, the real shitty thing about opiates in general, and maybe drug addiction in general, I never was addicted to any stimulants. I mean, I have a history of psychedelic use when I was younger and that kind of thing, but was never addicted. But in any case, opiates really drain your passion for the rest of life. Like sometimes you would use something to motivate you, like, oh, when I get clean, I'm going to do this and that, or like I'll have so much more time and money for these things. But like those drives are significantly dulled.
Really?
Yeah.
To the point where you're just,
that
it's like,
could be powerful.
You don't care as much about any of that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for the financial side of it, like if I, had a infinite money cheat code, I probably wouldn't even bother getting clean, which is pretty sad.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, it is eating up like all of my money except for rent and food. So
fuck,
that
dude.
clearly needs to change.
It definitely needs to change. I appreciate you calling in, man. I really appreciate you sharing this with me. And you honestly, I'm saying to you, I know you're a total stranger on the phone, but you have my support and my love and my encouragement. And I really hope you get this fucking thing under control, dude.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully I can call again sometime with some better news.
I hope so. Even if it's not better, call me anyway. We'll talk about it.
Goodbye.
All right, man. See ya. Bye. Yeah, and the other thing that I didn't say to him, even if you don't think you should reach out to your friends or you're afraid of the wrong reaction or whatever, it's better not to be alone with this. Because when you're alone with this, you don't have anyone else to bounce it off of, no one else to hold you accountable. So it might not be a bad idea to reach out to someone, even if you think they'll be ashamed of you. Fuck that. If they're a good friend, they won't be. They'll understand, and they'll do everything they can to help you through it. But like he said, ultimately it's entirely up to him. The lines are open. Let's take another call. Be on for another 20 minutes or so and Would love to talk to you. You're on the air.
Hello, big boy. This is Serena. How would you like to show me your 1-inch penis?
Oh, well, you know it's 1 inch at least.
Yep.
You want to see it?
I would like to suck your 1-inch penis.
Oh, you want to suck that penis real good, don't you?
Oh, you're such a cock, man. I would like to suck your cockle penis.
I'm such a penis man. Look at my penis waving around. Ooh, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, you have a 1-inch penis. Well, guess what? Mine's bigger.
You have a bigger than what? How did you do that?
9-inch, motherfucker.
You didn't 9 inches? I've never even seen anything that long.
Yeah. And it's going up your big cuckold ass.
Ooh, yeah, we're going to frog wheel it. You put your penis into my urethra, get it nice and swollen, and we'll just bounce around like that for a couple hours. How does that sound?
Hold on, big boy. I'll be right back.
No, you won't. I'm going to hang up on you. Ha ha. Lines are open again. I'm enjoying Coca-Cola Zero. What a beverage. All right, let's see who's on the line. You're on the air. Hello?
Can you hear me?
You're on the air.
Oh, g'day, mate. How you going?
Hey, lovely. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm pretty good.
Where are you calling from?
Australia.
Australia. Hey, I have one of my very favorite cousins is from Sydney, and I've never been to visit, but I hear it's a wonderful place.
You should. It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let me fill you on the situation. Anger.
I'm listening, man.
Let's
Let's talk about it.
4:45 in the morning.
Oh, shit. Really?
And I'm sitting here at my desk trying to get jobs done for clients. The problem is I just can't seem to say no. And it makes me angry. I'm not sure whether I should be angry at myself or angry at the clients for expecting too much.
Now, wait a second. Are you saying that you're finishing a project or you're trying to get a project done for a client and you said you're having trouble saying no?
Yeah, well, I just keep saying yes to people for quick deadlines when I really shouldn't.
Oh, I see. So they're expecting a lot of work for you in not a lot of time, and you just say, sure, I'll get it done.
Exactly.
And you end up being up at 4 o'clock in the morning, struggling with this.
Yeah. Struggling, angry, tired.
Well, I think, don't you think that, I mean, at least in my, I used to date someone who did graphic design for a little while, and she was always put under very stressful deadlines with that stuff. And I feel like if you're doing graphic design, are you working for a firm?
I own the business. So it's
you
for myself.
are the business. It's you're freelance. You're doing this.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, well, I feel like especially since you're the one in control, I feel like it would demonstrate some sense of authority and knowledge of your abilities and what you bring to the table to tell clients in the future, listen, this is something that takes my time and my attention, and in order to get it right for you, I need this amount of time. And without this amount of time, you're gonna be served an inferior product.
Yeah.
You know?
Point.
I just step up and tell them. I think, maybe you're afraid of having the effect of them saying, well, this person can get it done, so we're going to go with them. But I feel like it might achieve the opposite effect in that it would, they say, well, this guy knows what the fuck he's doing and he knows what he wants. Maybe we should trust him.
Yeah, that's a good point about tying into that fear, which sort of drives that anger as well. Because, I mean, when you start out on your own like this, it's struggle street for a while trying to put food on the table where, like, every job kind of counts and you want to hold on to it.
Yeah. And so are you sort of in the midst of starting this business up?
A couple of years in, but you just never really lose that mentality, do you?
Sure. Yeah. And then I guess the fear is that, putting a deadline, setting your own deadline that the clients may not want might lose you business, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I would take a little risk with that and maybe, show yourself, demonstrate yourself as being sure of your abilities and also sure of the time it takes for you to complete them to the best of your ability,
Mm.
But listen,
I think you're spot on. I think if I'm more open with my communication, it'll take the stress and the anger away from me, because it feels like, because I work by myself too, it kind of just boils and boils over the hours of struggling to get things done,
Yeah, and then also being angry certainly doesn't help the work any, right? I mean, certainly doesn't help get the work done any more efficiently.
No, it's just sort of this never-ending spiral, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think that might help a little bit, and the other effect of that is that, I mean, obviously, as something like design, you are beholden to the client, and you definitely want to achieve for them what they want. But you're also the artist here. You're the person who's giving them a product, a good product. And in order to deliver that, I mean, that's the way you have to frame this, is like, in order to deliver a product that you will be proud of and that I will be proud of, I need the time to do it. So whether it's just a couple extra days, you got to put your foot down on that stuff, especially if it's making you angry like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something I need to do.
Yeah.
Thanks for the advice, Mark.
Oh, of course, man. You're gonna be up the rest of the night on this?
Yeah, probably all night, and then I'm backlogged on work, so all through tomorrow as well.
Oh, man. I feel for you, dude. Listen, you got no choice now. Just get the thing done. But think about that for the future.
Yeah, but all about that coffee and Red Bull train at this point, though.
Yeah, that's right. Keep that routine going.
All right. Thanks, mate.
All right, man. Get back to work. I'll talk to you soon.
You stay classy.
Yeah, you too. Bye. Hey, Australia. Lovely gentleman. I hope he makes it easier on himself a little bit, You're on the air. Hello?
If I had a quarter for every nigger I killed, I'd be able to afford a new gun.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What is this fucking... Did he just say Yu-Gi-Oh? Are you kidding me? This isn't fucking FAO Schwartz's technical support line, okay? Call me about Yu-Gi-Oh. Jesus. You're on the air.
Hey, hi Mark. I'm Alex. I'm calling from the UK. I've been like, kind of watching you for a while.
Hey, how are you, man? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, I've been meaning to call for a while, but usually when you're on the air, it's like 5 a.m. here.
Yeah, I understand.
I was watching the Secrets stream the other day.
How'd you like it?
Yeah, it was good. I just got a bit... Well, I was angry when those guys came on at the end and tried to fuck with you,
Oh,
Kinda
that's
links
okay,
into the
man.
scene today.
That's all right. It's just cannon
man.
fodder. They can call all they want. Sometimes they come up with some creative shit. It's it is what it is. I'm not too angry about it. But let me ask you something. Do you have anything you want to talk about? Anything that's maybe made you angry recently? Blow off some steam?
Well, there's kind of like a thing that kind of links in with the secret thing, and then it also kind of with the anger.
Great. I'd love to hear it.
Okay, so kind of for the past like few years or so, I've kind of like been kind of struggling with this kind of like eating disorder thing, and my friends they're kind of concerned about me, but I've never really admitted it to them how bad it is.
Oh, really?
So they've kind of expressed concern a little bit, but I haven't kind of told them the whole extent of it, and it's kind of getting out of control, and I'm not enjoying it. It's getting bad.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. Is it now when we're talking about an eating disorder? Are you talking about like bulimia or anorexia, or are we talking about overeating?
Well, I used to be like bulimic a bit. It's never really been like that consistent. For a while, like, I used to like make myself like throw up after eating, and then I kind of caught a hold of myself and I made myself stop. But I just kind of I don't eat a lot because I'm kind of obsessed about my weight, and I'm not I don't know I'm not fat, but then equally I'm not skinny, and then also I feel like I weigh myself like compulsively.
How
So,
often
like,
do you weigh yourself?
at least like 5 times a day.
Really?
Like when I wake up, before and after I eat, before and after like I go to the bathroom, before I get to sleep.
And what is it that drives you to do that? Are you just obsessed with seeing the number go up and down, and hopefully down for you, I would imagine, but what drives that?
When I was younger, I used to be like really fat, and then I lost weight fast because basically it got to the point where I got bullied, and so I was like, okay, if I make myself thin, then people won't bully me anymore. So then I kind of like hardly ate anything for a long time, and then lost weight, and now I've kind of, I think in my head I'm worried about getting to that weight again, so I kind of try and force myself to
stay there
like, as thin as possible.
under what by any means necessary.
Yeah, pretty much.
Boy, man. Well, so do you feel like this might be getting out of control?
Yeah, I think because I'm gonna be going to university in like the next few like months.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that if I'm still like this, then I'm probably gonna like it's gonna get like out of control, and then my health will be at risk.
Now, do your friends you said they're aware that you had an eating disorder? Are they aware that you currently are dealing with this?
They occasionally like talk about it like in the past. They kind of refer to it in the past, and like
I see.
Yeah, and more or less they don't know how bad it is now. They thought I kind of like got it a bit under control, but
But they're not really. They're not really aware of what you're going through right now.
No.
Well, what about your family? Do you have family that is familiar with this and has helped you with this?
Well, currently I only live with my mum because my dad left when I was like a kid. So
I see.
It's basically just me and my mum here, and she was aware of it like a few years ago, but I think she thinks it's fine now.
So
but
was she concerned, and did she help you? Did she reach out to you?
She like reached out to me, but I get really like touchy about my weight, and I don't like discussing it with people. Like I get kind of, I don't know, defensive about it, and I try to avoid it if at all possible.
I see. Well, how do you feel about your weight? I mean, like, let's say, like, just right now, what are your feelings on your weight right now?
Well, in the past like week or so, I've kind of put on a bit, which is annoying, and so I'm trying to like get back down a bit now. So.
And what's the fluctuation? Are we talking about like what? I mean, within a week, you're losing and gaining what? 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 2 pounds?
I don't know what it is in pounds because we work in kilograms.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
It kind of it's all right. In the past like week, it's gone up by about like 0.7 kilograms, and then I kind of it fluctuates a lot, even throughout the day, obviously, because that's natural. But it's just, and I've kind of noticed myself picking up things that are like really specific. Like I know how much my clothes weigh, like almost exactly. And then I know how much the food that I eat weighs, and it's not about kind of the nutritional value of the food, because that doesn't really matter to me for some reason.
It's about the weight of it?
The weight of the food, yeah, exactly. And like, it's not healthy.
Man, this is not healthy. This is not healthy. You know that, of course. But I had a girlfriend for 2 years who was bulimic. And I had absolutely no idea. It's like the same way that you're, sort of living a normal life around your friends and your mom. But I don't know how I didn't know, because I lived with her, but she was throwing up like most of her meals. And
Oh shit.
yeah, one day I found out, and dude, that shit, man, it will fuck you up. I mean, bulimia specifically, but anorexia, it's all the same concept. It's the same sort of feeling that your relationship with food is adversarial. Like you need to constantly be tweaking it and modifying it so that it serves the image that you want to have of yourself, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I think here's my thought on it, and I know this is something that obviously you would really not want to do, but I get the feeling that if you confided in someone about this, and I know you don't like talking about it, but if you confided in someone about this and said, this is what is going on, this is what I'm doing, I don't know, it's a dangerous dangerous road to be on by yourself, man.
Mm.
It really
Definitely,
is.
yeah.
I'm just afraid
I mean,
for you
like,
that
recently I've only been having like one meal a day, and I don't know. My mom kind of occasionally she asks me, "Oh, how come you're not eating like so much?" And then she tries to get me to eat more, but basically I kind of lie and sit, because I stay up late, and then I always say that I go out late at night to like go to McDonald's or something.
Oh, I see.
Like that.
Does she ever like
habit.
give you food and you take it and throw it away or something?
No, it shouldn't do that. It's just like occasionally she'll ask if I want something, and then I'll say, "Oh, it's okay, I'll get something later."
I see.
But yeah, I don't know.
Now, let me ask you, do you get any satisfaction from this? Or are you constantly in a state of like, I'm not right, I need to change something? Or is there ever a time where you're feeling happy about, about your body?
Well, when I get to like a certain like threshold of weight, I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm happy with my weight at this point. And then I can't really maintain it for that long, because I don't know whether that's just my body not wanting to be that way, just like naturally, or to metabolism or anything like that. It's just because usually kind of like the goal that I'm aiming for is about like 57 kilograms, and at the moment I'm about 58.8 or something.
Wow, man, we're talking about such a small difference there.
Yeah.
Something that nobody but you is noticing. Nobody. No one else is noticing that, man. I mean, that's definitely got to be aware of that. No one has any idea whether you're a kilogram up or a kilogram down. I guarantee it. I mean, I gain 5 pounds on and off. I've got a crazy metabolism, which I'm very thankful to have. I've always been at a very low weight, but when I eat big on a weekend and then don't, eat more healthy during the week, whatever, I go up and down 5 pounds, which is, I think it's like 2 pounds to a kilogram. So that's like maybe 3 kilograms I'll go up and down in a week. And no one gives a shit. No one notices at all. At all. And I don't know. I mean, I know it's not really about, I mean, is it about what people think of how you look, or is it about what you think about how you look?
I think in the back of my mind, it's probably to do with what other people think, because as I mentioned earlier, when I was younger and I was fat, people used to like make fun of me for being fat.
Right.
And now I don't want to get back to that. So, but then also it's kind of how I think I look within my own head.
Yeah. Well, I think that's certainly what's driving you to count this weight, compulsively like you are. But I hope you can really be aware. I'm telling you this because I've had people tell it to me about things that I'm insecure about. Like I had acne nonstop every day for a long time, and it was something that I was super insecure about. And whenever I talked to my friends about it, they said, "What are you talking about? What acne? I've never noticed acne on your face. It has nothing to do with my vision of you. Ever. And I'm like, but you don't understand. It's like it's there every day. I see it. It's on my face, and I know it's there, and it makes a difference. But to the people that see me day after day, it's not even something they think about when they look at me, when they talk to me. And I guarantee you the same thing is true about your weight. They don't even begin to notice it. This is something that really only matters to you. And that's the reality of it. And
that's a good way of thinking about it, actually.
Yeah, man. It's the truth. It's the truth. And the only other piece of advice that I can give is the more you reach out, if you're really having a problem with it, I know it's hard to come out to someone with this kind of shit, but like, because you're afraid of what they're going to say, or you're afraid about them judging you or reacting to you. But the truth is, if they care about you and they're a good friend, or your mom, they're a good family member, they'll get past that. Whatever the initial reaction might be, it doesn't matter. The important part is you not tumbling down this rabbit hole of obsession. And, I wish you the best, man. I really hope you can get past this.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to be seeing some friends tomorrow, so I might maybe mention it to them.
I think that would be a great idea.
I'd like to take your advice on that.
Yeah, man. Even if you're having a good time, even if it doesn't seem like the right moment, it will never be the right moment. Will never be the right time to tell them. So you just take a deep breath and, say something. Just say something.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Honestly, this has been helpful.
Of course.
I wish you the best of luck with this series. I mean, it's great. I always watch it if I'm awake. I tend to be awake when it's on.
Oh, well, man, I
enjoy it all the time.
I'm so glad you do, and it was really a pleasure talking to you. I hope you'll call back in the future.
Yeah, you too.
If I'm on during the day, feel free to call back.
Yeah.
And reach out to me, man. I'd love to hear how things are going.
Okay, thanks very much.
All right.
I'll see you next time, potentially.
Yes, sir.
We'll see.
You sure will. I'll see you soon, man.
See ya.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Lots of interesting people. Lots of stupid fucking Twitch 4chan children, but that's okay. I invite you to call in and talk to me, man. Don't play some sound clip. No one cares about that shit. It's not entertaining and it's not funny. It's like, I appreciate when something's funny and stupid, but that's stupid and it's also not funny. It's just not effective. So call in with some better shit. I want to hear it. I don't want to say I'm challenging you because I don't want I don't want you motherfuckers to get out of control with this, but come at me with some better shit. Anyway, all the real callers who I talked to today, thank you so much for pouring out your heart and your soul and your problems and your anger. I thrive on that. I want to hear it. I want to have a dialogue with you, and I want to talk. I fully support each and every one of you working through this shit. Or just being angry. Fuck it. Anger's a good emotion. Work through it. Enjoy being in it, but then get out of it. Look at it from a distance and say, hey, I was angry, but now, it's going to be a good day. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. I really do appreciate it. I'll talk to you next time. Keep a watch on my channel page for the next episode.